following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Let's go to Jay in Boston. Hey, Jay, what's going on?
Hey, Tom. You really assembled a stable of amazing people. I mean, they all have different strengths, different areas. And,
yeah.
Man, each one is a superstar in their own way. I've seen it over the years.
Well, listen, man, we appreciate you being out there growling and prowling with us. If you guys and ladies and tigresses weren't out there, folks, we would have zero.
Yeah, it's unique, and it's and it goes back to your basic belief of an open platform, which I've heard you say that years ago.
Right.
And it's really bearing fruit now. I would say.
Yeah, I agree. It is.
Yeah.
Cooking, brother.
Thank you.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials up 106, NASDAQ up 50, S&P's up 13.5, NDX 100 up 57, all new all-time highs. NDX 100 joined the party, folks. Gold contract down $6.10, trading at $1,270 even. You have the silver contract flat, $16.61. Copper, big move on copper. Copper's up 8 pennies, $3.04 a pound. Light sweet crude up 73 cents, trading at $50.71 a barrel. Bonds, 10-year note up 5, down 5 ticks, 125.05. 30-year bond down 10, 152.08. And King Dollar up 531 ticks, trading at the 93.815 mark. Now, King Dollar's been trying to get into this August 16th swing high. That number is 93.840. Thus far, we've hit 93.835. Euro. The euro is at 117 to the U.S. dollar. The yen is running out here at 112, almost 113 to the U.S. dollar. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? Well, the S&Ps, they had broken out about a week ago, folks. The SPY right now is at 254.60. The breakout area was 249. Bottom line is that you do have quite a move out here today. 245. The S&Ps are up 0.5%. You have the NASDAQ up 0.7%. The Dow Industrials up 0.4%. We go over and we take a look at the Dow Industrials, what you have with the Dow. Dow Industrials right now up 103. In the past 4 days, we've gone from 22,405 up to 22,763. If we look inside the Dow Industrials as to what the strength is versus the weakness out here, putting the juice into the Dow out here today is Goldman Sachs. Goldman Sachs is putting 38 positive points in. That's up $5. Boeing is putting 15 positive points in. That's up $2.26. You get Apple putting 12 points in. That is up $1.77. The only big negative one out here would be United Health. That's putting 19 negative points in, down $2.76. Inside the NDX 100, what do we have? Now, the NDX 100 took its time joining this party out here. What we have inside the NDX 100 is this. It's up 56 points. The strength is Netflix. That's up 4.7% or 885. You have Norwegian Cruise Lines up 4.4% or 245. Biogen is up 3.6% or $11.30. Taken away from it, you have Celgene right on the other side of Biogen. That's down 4.5% or 671. Viacom is off 0.26% or 74 cents. JB Hunt is down 1.9%. $2. Gold contract. What do we have with the gold contract out here? Gold contract right now is down $5. We are trading at a price point. There we are. We're trading at a price point of $12.69. We're down $6.90 right now. You've done 206,000 contracts. That is shot contract volume as we're coming into this lowest swing point. The lowest swing point that we're coming into is the 1265, folks. 1265 is the low of August 9th. That's when we went from 1265 to 1284. What is that all about? Well, guess what? It's going to be all about King Dollar, folks. We got King Dollar out here today. Was 5 ticks under what it's trying to get into. It hasn't backed off whatsoever. Just hasn't made it yet. Your volume is anemic. The bottom line is that you don't have buyers out here, but I expect you're going to get a hit. You don't get it up to so close. It's 93,840. Right now we're at 93,810. We've hit 93,835, and I suspect 2 different things we're going to have out here. Number 1, you're going to basically test it, and number 2, we're going to have some, excuse me, folks, heavy volatility come into this market on these jobs numbers tomorrow. If we do go over and we take a look at the NDX 100, the actual indice, let's put this baby up. So what we have here is that you get a decisive break. This has been consolidating since the 27th of July. The top of that consolidation is approximately 6,000, and right now we're at 6,055, and 56 of those points were today. So when you do bust topside, bottom line, it's busting away, and it is busting topside. We take a look at the volume characteristic. More than likely, we're not going to have it because we haven't had any volume in this baby for a while. Right now, well, you probably will. Right now, we're at 401 million shares in the NYSE. Let me see, because that's saying that'll put a 750, 800 in. And the NASDAQ is 1.4. So the NASDAQ does have a shot of putting 2 billion or over 2 billion into the market. We go take a look at the IWM. The IWM had a huge break topside last week. IWM out here, we got to a price point of 150.63. You're at 150.17, and this looks like it does want to finish up that ABC structure on the way up. It doesn't have much to do with it. About 3 more points would finish the ABC structure on the way up. Some of the higher volume stocks out here today, you have Bank of America up 47 cents, 26.17. Freeport McMoran's up 22 cents, 14.47. Netflix is a big mover. Netflix, I believe, is breaking over its highs. That's up $9. They announced this morning that they're going to go up on their streaming by 10%. Now, 10% is cheap money when you actually look at it, but they have so many millions of subscribers. Big move. Netflix is broken out from its $191.50, and you have volume behind the move. Pretty amazing, actually. This is going to be an ABC up. This is wild. So your 8-point on this is 164. Your B is 190. So you're talking about 26 bucks. You see, yeah, you're talking a $200, approximately $200 deal, and that's a big number, no doubt about that. Some of the let's go 1 second. Some of the other high. Well, actually, let's go to Bank of America. Go to some of these financials, because what we're going to have out here is this. You're going to have the you're going to have the Fed coming. The jobs number coming out tomorrow, which will no doubt affect the bond market, the S&Ps, and the banks. Why the banks? Because will the Fed continue to go up on short-term rates? We have the Dow Industrials right now up 98, NASDAQ up 47, S&P's up 13. Coming right back, folks.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. Until recently, it was almost impossible for the average investor to hedge against currency risk in Europe or Japan. For a bold trade on Europe or Japan that protects against moves in currency, trade HEGE or HEGJ, 2 times currency hedged leveraged ETFs from Direction Investments. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-477-523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. We have the Dow Industrials right now trading up 100. NASDAQ is up 48. S&Ps are up 12.5. Let's go over to our man, Mr. Andy Heck, as we do each and every Tuesday and Thursday. Don't forget, folks, Andy has an outstanding show right here at TFNN every Tuesday, Thursday, 5 to 6 Eastern Standard Time. Now, you can get that program by going right on your cell phone, folks. So bottom line, go on your cell phone, hit TFNN.com. You'll see Tiger TV on the right-hand side. You just hit Tiger TV. You're going to get some great HD quality audio as well as video. Now, when you're at TFNN, what you're going to see right on the very front of the carousel, you're going to see our man, Mr. Andy Heck. We have a subscriber course that is up there. And bottom line is that the 12 essential lessons for trading commodities. You can test drive either to the Technomento Commodity Report, which is weekly, or Daily Essentials, which is his daily. You do that, you are going to get the course. Course, an outstanding course, folks. Each and every month, you get a new lesson. Andy Heck, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, how are you?
I'm doing great, man. Yourself?
I'm doing great. This dollar really is trying to test this key technical level up at 93.84.
Look at it, it's missed it by 5 ticks thus far.
I know.
But it's hanging up there. It's pretty wild, man.
Well,
really
we're gonna have a big day tomorrow because this employment number is going to be interesting. Now, this employment number comes at a time. There's going to be a lot of this hurricane stuff in this number. So I think that I think that the shock will be if it's a really good number.
Yeah.
Because the market's not expecting a really good number.
Because if it's a really good number, that'll be saying, well, the hurricane itself couldn't even bring
blow
people's
away
jobs down.
the growth, right?
Sure. And we know, folks, we know personally in Florida where we were, there were places that were closed for a week. Now, we were only closed for one day because we were in a Class A building, but that building was closed. So we were only closed for one day. There were places closed for a week, and we didn't get the brunt of the storm. We only, we got some good gusts of winds, 75, took down a lot of trees, but we certainly didn't have heavy property damage. Like, you go south, another 100 miles, you're talking big problems. So
right. So question for you, Tom. The population, though, is bigger along the East Coast where they got hit less, correct?
I'd have to look at that. It would make sense that it is.
Right. Right. That's what I was thinking.
It makes sense
that's
that Miami and Fort Lauderdale is bigger than where we are. That being said, where Pinellas County, this is what's really wild, folks, is the most dense county in all of Florida. Like in St. Petersburg, there's 4,700 people per square mile.
Wow.
So what happens is that because Miami, we all think of Miami as like downtown, but Miami's spread out. You know what I mean? You know that. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And the same with Fort Lauderdale.
Right.
But everyone's along the coast. So
right. Right.
But we'll
find out tomorrow. It's going to be an interesting day. So, a lot of divergence going on in markets today. I mean, you got copper screaming high. You got oil going up, bouncing off that, just below 50, just below the sweet spot, bouncing back up above 51, closing a little bit below there. You got gold under pressure because of the dollar, but, certainly other commodities aren't paying any attention to it.
No, I'm with you there. That copper move's quite a move, man.
Yeah, that went through $3 like a hot knife through butter today. And hey, I've been doing some work looking at aluminum. I know we never talk about aluminum, but the aluminum price is up 25%. Take a look at Alcoa stock so far this year, AA.
Yeah, and that's always been a dog. And
that thing's up 73% since the beginning.
They finally split off. So whatever they got rid of on the other side too. Because what's amazing about Alcoa is that even when the whole bull market took off, Alcoa couldn't basically get a bid.
Right, but now Alcoa is a strictly an aluminum. The AA stock is strictly an aluminum producer. And what's happened in the aluminum market, Tom, is that LME stocks have dropped. They were at 2.2 million tons at the beginning of the year. They're down to 1.2 million tons. And just a couple of years ago, there was about 5.5 million tons in LME warehouses. And China, because of their serious pollution problem, has cut back on smelter production in the country. And basically what we've seen is aluminum rally 25% so far this year, the price of aluminum. So, China produces typically 40% of the world's annual output of aluminum. And a cutback in a producer like that, that's still continuing to buy, but to buy from other world producers like Russia, the United States, Canada, Australia, is significant, and it's putting a heavy weight on the a heavy support under the demand side of the curve, and basically lowering the supply side. So we're seeing it's not just copper that's really strong. Zinc is really strong. Aluminum is really strong. Lead is really strong. Even nickel is up there. So we're seeing a lot of strength, and even today the dollar banging up against key resistance, and you're seeing gold come down, but you're still seeing these base metals, you're seeing oil, you're seeing the industrial sector saying things are good.
Yeah, that's interesting too. Well, and also back to aluminum just for a second, what does happen, folks, is that, Alcoa is still like half the price it was at the highs.
Right.
But what you also have is that what I didn't realize, Andy, is that their biggest cost, as long as oil stays low, or that's the biggest cost. That's why when we ran in 2002 to 2006, copper couldn't go anywhere. Well, Alcoa couldn't go anywhere. Copper was going somewhere. I mean, the aluminum was, but not Alcoa, because of their cost to make the aluminum.
Well, the cost, the cost is oil, but it's really electricity, because it's an electrolytic process too. So electricity is a very big cost in terms of oil. In terms of aluminum, it depends where in the world it's produced. The newer smelters use cleaner energies. The smelters in China are older, and that's why they pollute the environment so much,
I see, yeah.
And so President Xi has been cutting back on aluminum production to try to make they have this really big party Congress coming up on October 18th, where they elect the president. Well, we all know who's going to get elected. It's President Xi. But
yes,
what they do is the Chinese are very good at laying out their economic proposals and their initiatives initiatives for the next couple of years. And that's why it's a big deal, the October 18th Congress. And I believe that they have a lot of growth in mind for the economy. And that's why they've been buying all of these industrial commodities. You know, for example, we've seen the premium of Brent crude blow out versus WTI crude. Now, there's two reasons that happened. First of all, it's a political risk factor of the Middle East versus other crude. That's always there in the Brent. You know, we saw that go to $25, that spread during the Arab Spring, when there was fear about supplies, there was fear about logistical routes. But it's a little different this time. It's blowing out because shale oil is depressed, but it's also blowing out because China's buying Brent.
Hey, stay right there, folks. Andy and I are coming right back. We have the Dow up 100, NASDAQ up 50, S&P's up 12.5. Andy and I are going to be coming right back, folks.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge, heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow up 100, NASDAQ up 47, S&P's up 12, NDX up 54, all-time highs. We're talking with our man, Mr. Andy Heck. We are talking markets. And, of course, don't forget, folks, every Tuesday, Thursday, right here at TFNN, 5 to 6 Eastern Standard Time. Andy's got a great show. You can get it right on your cell phone. You go to TFNN.com. You hit Tiger TV. So we're also at all.
I wanted to go back to the dollar for a minute. Point
Okay,
something
cool.
out. Really important, I think. So the dollar index, which you and I watch like hawks, and that's coming up, bumping up against this critical resistance. It's about 40% the euro, correct?
60.
60. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Even better. All right.
Yeah.
So it's 60% the euro. There's a big thing going on now in Europe, and basically in the southern countries, in Spain, Catalonia is trying to break away independence from Spain. All right, and that is Barcelona. So
I know
that's
and
a
I
big
think they're gonna get it done, man. That's it'll take a while, but they're gonna get it done.
That's a big part of the economic base of Spain. This could weigh heavily and really crush the Spanish economy. And maybe what we're seeing is not so much dollar strength here, but euro weakness.
Oh yeah, no, that's
on
for
the
sure.
back of this. So I just wanted to.
There's no doubt, man. When we take a look at this, that's right. When we take a look at this euro, you're breaking the swing point of 117.17.
Right.
That's saying, hey, it's game down this 116 area. So yeah.
Because in Brussels and in Frankfurt, they're going to have to start writing checks again. Not this time, not to Greece, but this time to Spain.
Well, the thing that I find amazing is that Catalonia's been trying to break away forever. They actually got self-autonomous between 2002 2007. That's the next step. Is that guess what? They get a rich economy and they. It seems that the citizens, I mean, those votes, even though they were illegal under the Constitution, but guess what? You got a revolution on your hands. It's 90%.
Right.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah. When there's a revolution, you don't care about the Constitution.
Right. And 90% is a monster number, man.
Exactly. Monster. Yes. I mean, no election gets 90%. Maybe in Russia and in China. Right. They get 100%,
Right. Yeah, totally.
All right, so let's look at some other very interesting things today. Coffee moved down to the bottom end of its trading range today. Big reversal. We made a new low. We closed above yesterday's high. Key reversal in the coffee market. Very interesting. Looks pretty good here, like it could bounce to the top end of the range. So that's one thing that's going on, and I think that's particularly good given the fact that the dollar, did not impede. So that's real strength. The other thing
go ahead. Sorry.
Okay. The other thing we're seeing here today is palladium trading at a $23 premium to platinum.
Oh my God! It happened.
$23. That is the market. That is the spread that tells me that the trend is your friend, right?
Boy, oh boy! Isn't that a fact? That's amazing.
That is amazing.
Well, hey, look at this.
That's as crazy as the market's making new highs every day. But you know what? You got to go with it.
This is pretty cool. So up in Canada, folks, a company got taken out today. West Highfield Resources. It's a small Canadian. It was basically a tiny company this morning. Now, they have magnesium. And guess what? This company, folks, went up 1,000% today to 46 times its market value. But it's real. And this is what ended up happening. A U.S. buyer came in, and they want the magnesium, and they're paying $750 million for the magnesium, for the deposit.
To drop in the bucket. Which company bought them?
It doesn't say. It's right now. It's here. Let me get it's pretty amazing. So this stock yesterday, folks. Let me just pull this up because this is like pretty wild. This stock yesterday closed at 36 cents. It opened this morning at $1.18. It went to 3.80. It's trading at 2.66. Let me just see if I can find the company.
That's a serious move.
It's a serious move, man.
Absolutely.
Let's see. Yeah, I'll try to get it at the break. But it's
another couple of. Let's talk about energy if we can.
Yes.
Crude oil, a nice bounce here, rejecting $50. Big meeting today going on in Moscow between kind of an unprecedented meeting between Vladimir Putin and the King of Saudi Arabia. Talks are about extending the production cuts out till the end of 2018, which tells me that we're not going to get that Aramco IPO at the beginning of the year. Maybe we'll get it at the end of next year, maybe in 2019. But that's certainly interesting, and that is supportive for the price of crude oil here. On the other side, natural gas. Today was a kind of a bellwether day in natural gas because we had a 42 BCF injection, which made the amount in storage for the first time in 2017 drop below the 5-year average. But natural gas is moving lower. We're hugging the bottom end of our trading range. The support is at around 288 here. But I think we might have a delayed reaction to that. To reach 4 trillion cubic feet, Tom, you're going to have an average injection over the next 6 weeks of 82 BCF. And since injections tail off at the end of the year, that's highly unlikely. We're going to go into the winter season with the lowest amount of natural gas in storage in at least 3 years, maybe longer. And if it's a cold winter, we could get some real juice in this natural gas market. I am a scaled-down buyer of natural gas here. I'm scratching my head. It must be very temperate across the United States, and they're trading it off the weather. But quite frankly, I think this is an opportunity where it sits here below $3.
Yeah. Listen, I mean, it almost got to $3 today. Well, it tagged 299 and just gave it up, right?
Yeah. So you got sellers in there. Open interest has been going up. You know the bears love to sell this sucker often, but I think that this is an opportunity. This thing is cheap. The downside, I believe, is limited. The upside potentially explosive if we get a very cold winter. This is the time to start thinking about this, putting this on your radar, buying price weakness. Do not buy rallies in natural gas. Buy it when it looks ugly. This is a commodity. I always say that. People love to buy rallies, and then they wind up selling dips. You got to, in these commodity markets, you got to go contrarian. The best opportunities are contrarian. Listen, especially when we're close to the bottom end of a range, we know where the stop is. You can always get in again if you get stopped out. But the big moves come from the contrarian.
Well, you know what I like about what you're saying? The difference, folks, between the commodity and the equity market is that the price of production of a commodity. So specifically, when you go to lower lows, and let's say it gets at production cost, you can be under production cost for a year, easy.
Yeah,
okay?
Longer.
Bottom line, though, guess what? It's not going to be forever. That's right. That's what's so cool about commodities. That's what
let's break that down a little.
That's why I still like platinum.
Yes, me too. But let's break that down a little, and let's explain why that happens. All right?
Yes.
So commodities. Should we do that in the next segment?
That'd be a beautiful thing. You stay right there, folks. Andy and I are coming right back. And, as Andy's explaining this, folks, if you want to understand commodities totally, Andy has a 12-part course over at TFNN. You can have that whole course. Just test drive either one of his newsletters. You can test drive them absolutely free. Stay right there. Andy and I are coming right back.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com.
Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund is currently offering 4-year first mortgages on many of the fully renovated properties that it has purchased. The first mortgages are third-party appraised with a maximum loan-to-value ratio of 70%, providing a secured investment that pays a fixed return of 5% annually, which works out to a monthly income of more than $416 per $100,000 investment with your principal intact and secured. These 4-year first mortgages are perfect for anyone looking for a secured investment that provides monthly income much like a CD. For more information, email tigerfund@tfnn.com or click on the Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund banner along the right side of the tfnn.com homepage, or call our office directly at 877-518-9190. There's a limited supply, so act now. The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN and you'll find the Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now up 99. You get the NASDAQ up 48. S&Ps are up 12.5. We're talking with our man, Mr. Andy Heck. We are talking commodities, and we're talking, at this particular point, the cost to produce commodities.
Right. And so to understand commodities, we have to understand the basic economics of commodities, Tom. So prices in commodity markets tend to drop to levels which are at or below production costs. And what happens down there is that output tends to go down because producers don't make money. Inventories go down because demand picks up because the commodities are cheaper, which turns them around, pushes them higher, and then they tend to rise to levels where producers start up their production again, inventories start to rise, and demand goes down because the price is much higher.
It's amazing, isn't it? What a cycle.
And that's the cycle, and that's why they don't go to zero, and that's why they don't go to the moon, because although they're finite assets, commodities, they're finite at a price. Like there's so much copper that could come out of the earth at 80 cents, and then there's a lot more that comes out at $1.50, and a lot more that comes out at $3 a pound. Just like oil, you know, all of these commodities have the same kind of things going on. Now, when you talk about something, and that's the industrials, that's the agriculturals, that's the way the cycles work. When you talk about something like gold, it's a different kind of equation. Because gold is a commodity, it's a financial asset, it's a safe haven, it's a different kind. So applying the typical type of analysis that you would use on an industrial metal, an agricultural commodity, or an energy commodity, much different for something like gold or even silver per se. But it's very important if you do trade in these commodity markets, even if you just watch them because, you know, the companies that you invest in that are in your portfolio are there, you have to understand these cycles. That's why, you know, going contrarian when everyone is pushing the price down, when it's down at the bottom of the range, when it's down near production cost, these are golden opportunities. You might have to have the patience of Job, but that patience pays off, you know?
Yeah, no, listen, it's pretty wild. There's no doubt about it. That move, that palladium now is over the price of platinum is just a mind blower. It really is.
So the target in palladium is the 2001 highs at $1,090 an ounce. And, you know, palladium has not stopped, Tom, since January 2016. It's doubled in price. When we started 2016, palladium was $451 an ounce. We're at $939 right now.
What's the symbol? What's your symbol?
PA.
PA? Let me see. I get something. PA.
It's you know, Palladium has been a beast.
Good. I got it. Okay,
it's been
cool.
the most precious of the precious metals.
That's crazy, man. Well, it's not crazy. It is what it is.
It is what it exactly. It is what it is. And by the way, palladium has a habit of divorcing from the rest. If you look at the year,
I didn't realize palladium was $997 on this contract in September.
Yes, September 5th, it reached a high of 997, almost touched 1,000, and that's what it's been doing.
Wow.
It's been going up, making a new high, coming back, retreating, trading very, very well technically. And if you go back to 2001, Tom, on a longer-term chart, you'll find that palladium reached its peak when gold and silver and platinum were doing nothing.
Right.
They were doing nothing in 2001. I think the British were selling gold at below $300 an ounce.
Really? Okay, so yeah, 1,090 January of 2001, and then it goes from 1,090 down to $145 in 2003.
That's a beautiful thing. Not a beautiful thing if you long it, I'll tell you that. But that's some.
That's so funny. Yeah, man, that's crazy. Wow.
That's some volatility with a capital V. But listen. So you're looking at palladium versus platinum. Look, now, if I'm an automobile catalytic manufacturer and I'm paying for catalytic converters, I'm putting platinum in now. I'm not putting palladium in because.
Let me ask you, so those converters, are those converters just in gasoline engines?
They're gasoline and diesel.
Oh, see, interesting. So the platinum deal could be different because we're gonna have so many electric cars. Interesting, man. Okay.
Well, that's true. But you know where I stand. I'll tell you. I mean, we break through there. The bottom line on the electric cars for me is that, and I've been thinking about this. You got to get the battery to hold a charge that'll give you more than a typical tank of gas. In other words, you can drive now, 500 miles on a tank of gas, roughly?
Yeah, but I mean, I'm not sure whether you saw what China just did. China just changed their laws so if we're living in Shanghai right now, you're going to wait a year, 2 years, 3 years to get a license plate to drive a gasoline car. They just changed their laws like a week and a half ago. Electric cars, they're going to make everyone go electric. Your electric car, you go walk right down and get your license plate.
Well, that key.
Does it.
That's key.
That just did it. It's like, okay, if you want a car in China, man, guess what? You're getting an electric car.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, that's why the price of lead is one of the best performing commodities in the sector, up like 27% or something so far this year. Because of batteries. Lead is a highly toxic metal, but lead is taken off. That's why you're seeing a lot of these other cobalt and all these other commodities going to the moon.
Unbelievable. It's
wild. It's wild.
Shake out? No, I know.
It's wild. It's a wild commodity.
That's probably, Andy, why you see the king of Saudi Arabia getting together with Putin. That wouldn't have happened before, but the bottom line is that they're going to do everything and anything to keep up this price of oil until they can.
Right, and think about that meeting. Who do the Saudis hate more than anyone? The Iranians. And who's the closest to the Russians in the Middle East? Right. The Iranians. It's a marriage of convenience here.
Yeah.
And by the way,
survival probably, right?
Yeah. Survival. And by the way, you will see Putin much more active in the Middle East, and I think you'll see this IPO from Aramco sooner rather than later, because they need to sell this stuff.
Yep.
They got to push it out. They got to push it out. Maybe what they're doing, maybe they'll do it at the beginning of the year. They'll get a big spike from extending the production cuts, they hope, up to 55 to 60. Well, Brent was almost at 60.
And the reality
then they
is
just sell the shares.
And the reality is that you get a market at all-time highs. This is when people you have the cash and you can get that kind of.
This is the time. This is the time they get the $1 trillion valuation.
Wild, man.
It's a small window, Tom. Hey, by the way, maybe that is the top of the stock market. We'll see.
Yeah, that's where the bell is, man. No doubt.
Could be.
No doubt. We don't know, man. But the reality is that very well could be. Folks. Coming right up, 5 o'clock. Of course, we have 10 minutes coming into this close here, but don't forget, no matter where you're listening out here, you can get right on your cell phone. You go to TFNN.com, you hit Tiger TV. Andy's on 5 to 6 Tuesdays, Thursdays. You can come over. You can take a look at his newsletters. You can test drive them. Bottom line, you have the Technomental Commodity Report, which is a weekly. You have the Daily Essentials, which is a daily. They all great newsletters. They have a lot of ETFs inside them. You do that, you get the 12 essential lessons for trading commodities. And you have a great one, a safe one. Of course, we look forward to the show tonight.
Thanks, Tom.
Take care. You stay right there,
Take
folks.
care.
We're coming right
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters. Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now are up 98. You have the NASDAQ up 47. S&Ps are up 12.5. We go over and we take a look at the volume inside these ETFs right now on the SPY. You're dealing with 49 million. Bottom line, that's light volume. Higher highs, though. The NDX 100, this is what did break topside out here today. We are at 26 million. That's light volume, too, but you get a decisive break. 146.58 is the number of the break. You're at 147.40, so you're like 90 cents over that level. The small caps, the IWM, that had gone topside about a week ago, they're basically flattening out a bit. They're looking to finish that ABC structure on the way up. That has about 3 more points to finish that baby on the way up. King Dollar still hasn't been able to get up into this 93,840 number. I expect you're going to get it because we went to 93,835. You're right next to it. I suspect we're going to get it. Tomorrow morning, jobs number, folks, okay, it's going to be a wild one out here. Just as Andy and I were talking, bottom line is that with the amount of destruction that was done in Texas and Florida, jobs very well could have been disrupted. And as Andy just said, if in fact we get a big jobs number, that would be saying that, guess what? They're making them up somewhere else, because I don't know how long companies were closed in Texas, but if you go to the southern part of Florida, they're still railing from that. And we definitely had a lot of companies closed right here in the Tampa, St. Pete area for 4, 5, 6 days because of trees going down and power outages. Not so much that the actual real estate was destroyed. It wasn't. It was the power down. You couldn't power it out. Now, when you go to southern Florida, bottom line, and the Keys, you had some heavy destruction. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back with some numbers after the close. Dow Industrials right now up 103. NASDAQ trading up 50. S&P's up 12.5. We'll be right back.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Let's go to Marty in Worcester. Hey, Marty, what's going on?
Hi, Mr. O'Brien. How are you?
I'm doing great. How you been, man?
Not bad. You guys, over the time and with a few of your courses and seminars, you taught me how to fish.
That's a beautiful thing, brother.
Yeah, it's true. And so what happens is I still listen all the time, and to not only you, but some of the others.
Sure.
To, get an idea where the fish might be biting. As far as your services, they're a bargain. When you compare them to a certain prominent man with real estate courses at $35,000 and no contact with the lecturers afterwards at all, and you think of what you guys do for a few hundred, and you can get access and ask questions forever, it's a great deal.
No, we appreciate you growling problem with us out here.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. It's all green, folks. All the NDX 100 joined the party. You had the Dow Industrials up 113, 22,775. NASDAQ up 50, 65, 85. NDX 100 up 63, 6,066. S&P's up 14, 25, 54. Percentage-wise, what we had out here is that you had the Dow Industrials up 0.5%, S&P's up 0.5%, the NASDAQ Composite up 0.7, almost 0.8%. Gold contract trading down $5.70 at $12.71 an ounce. We had silver flat, $16.62. Platinum, $9.14. Platinum was up $3. Copper, huge move in copper. Copper was up 8 pennies, $3.04 a pound. Light sweet crude also caught a bid, up 76 cents, $50.74 a barrel. Notes, 10-year note down 5 ticks, 125.05. 30-year bond down 7, 152.11. Now, both notes and bonds, they pull back with dramatically lighter volume. We're coming into the jobs number tomorrow morning. Bottom line, it's going to be tough to gauge what this jobs number is because, excuse me, folks, because of the hurricanes in Florida and Texas. Bottom line, though, guess what? It's going to be coming out. King dollar traded up 511 ticks, 93.800, and that's been going after this August 16th swing high, which is the 93.840. We hit 93.835 today. The euro's trading at 117 to the U.S. dollar. The yen is out here at 112.84 to the U.S. dollar. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world? In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? You had the SPY trade up $1.50 today. You're at 254. We had broken out on the 27th. That was at 250. Bottom line, higher price, you can get higher. NDX 100. Now, this is the one that broke out today. This joined the party. The Qs trade up $1.43 to 147.46. And the number that was trying to get over for quite a while was the 146.58. Inside the NDX 100 today, what gave it the juice to break topside wasn't the normal ones that you see. Well, Netflix is. Netflix was up 5.5% on $9.95. You had Norwegian Cruise Lines up 4% or 248. Biogen was up 3.7%. or $11, and dental supply was up 3% or $177. Taken away from it was another biotech. That was Celgene. Celgene was down 4% or $650. Viacom was up 3% or 84 cents. JB Hunt was down 1.6% or 179, and Ulta Salon was down 1.2% or $2.89. The way that Ulta Salon is trading, I suspect it's going to be more than likely Amazon that is giving them a hard time also, because Ulta Salon in the past 4 months rather, just went from $314 down into the low of August, which is 204. And 204 looks like it wants to get hit. In fact, let's see when they're coming out with numbers. This is a big high flyer. November 30th, that's when they're coming out with numbers. We go over to the Dow Industrials and we take a look at the Dow Industrials. The strength inside the Dow Industrials today was Goldman, Microsoft. Goldman put 39 positive points into it. Boeing put 21. Apple put 13. Big Mac put 10. The only real negative inside the Dow Industrials today was United Health. That put a negative 17 points into the Dow Industrials. If we go over and we take a look at Apple, Apple has been having a hard time getting to higher price. Apple out here today went up $1.91, coming into a downdraft. Bottom line, though, it held price. You know, Apple went up with 21 million shares. You're going into 59 million. If we go take a look at Facebook, Facebook right now went up 282. That does have that high volume high out here at 175. It also has the high volume low at 161. So what that sets up, that's a consolidation. When you get two separate high volume areas, that's how that's set up. You get a consolidation that's in place. Google, we go take a look at Google. Google out here today was up $18. This is a big move by Google. Google, yeah, you got an ABC up. Google, oh, it's a close one. The B point had 1.283 million. We did 1.207. I suspect Google's going to try to make a run for this 984 level. GoPro, GPRO. If you want to see something how Google is taking them apart, well, what you have, what you just had out here today, GoPro went down 72 cents, trading fast, furious on the way down, big volume. And what this is all about is that Google, I believe, yeah, Google is selling an attachable camera at $249. Google unfurled fresh phones, speakers, laptops, and other familiar consumer devices on Wednesday. The surprise new gadget that echoes the company's earlier controversial stab at futuristic hardware. Google announced the $249 device called Google Clips, a small, lightweight camera that pairs with its Pixel smartphones at an event in San Francisco. It can be clipped to tables, chairs, mantles, snap pictures to be stored in the Google Photo app. The company said it uses machine learning, a form of artificial intelligence, to automatically recognize and take pictures of subjects that are important to users. It's designed to work a bit like Google Glass, the infamous head-mounted device that caused backlash because wearers could take photos without people noticing. Google said Wednesday that the Clips device has an indicator light so people nearby know when it's in use. GoPro, just the other side of it. GoPro went south. Why? Because if you do take a look at these GoPro cameras, those GoPro cameras run about $549 right now. I just happened to be looking at them the other night because we were down into Best Buy. You stay right there, folks. We're coming back with some more numbers for you. Dow Industrials finished up 113. NASDAQ up 50. S&P's up 13.5. We're going to be right back.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. Are China A-shares hot or not? If you trade China A-shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A-share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A-shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Dow finished up 113, NASDAQ up 50, S&P's up 13.5. If we do take a look at some of the higher volume stocks out here today, Inside the market, you had Bank of America was up 42 cents. You had GE up 6. Freeport McMoran was up 22. Micron Tech was down 19. We had Twitter up 50 cents. Netflix was the big mover out here. Netflix up $9.94. Let's go take a look at Netflix. So Netflix, folks, broke its high. What it had done this morning is that it went up 10% on their subscriptions. They have so many million listeners, folks. Bottom line, 10% ends up only being maybe $1.50 per listener. It won't stop people from being on Netflix because I think my bill is either $10 or $11, so it's going to be $12.50 or something now. Bottom line is that Netflix broke topside, took out the 191 area, and took it out with some big volume. If we take Netflix and we put this on a weekly, let's see what we're going to get. Well, it's not going to be an ABC up. Well, one more day left. No, it's not going to be an ABC up because we've done 39 million shares versus the 93. But bottom line is you get a break topside. Netflix is going to be coming out with their numbers on October 16th. So we're going to be getting a lot of numbers are going to be coming out and from now basically going forward. That's how this is shaking out at this particular point. Let's go over and take a look at the oil market out here. Oil yesterday, bottom line, gave it up as it got up into the $50 area. Today, what ends up happening, it basically goes right back topside. We did 634,000 contracts out here. And, yeah, it's going to stay in this range, I guess. It's 50, 62. Yeah, this can go test that high again of 52.86. We closed over the $50.62. That's in getting the next range. Let's go look at Costco for one of the tigers out here. So Costco out here traded up $1.86 today. You're at $167.87. Right now, this is trading at 164. So let's see what happened number-wise out here. Number-wise, the revenue estimate was $41.6 billion. They came in with $41.36 billion, so they didn't make their revenue number. Earnings per share number, the estimate was $2.02. They made $2.08. What happens in markets, folks, in general, is that when you make your earnings per share number, they want to see you have higher sales, gross revenue, because what does happen is it's a lot easier to manipulate the bottom line for 1 or 2 quarters, and then that's it. Particularly when you're a monster company like this. So bottom line, this is trading down $4. Let's see. So fuel sales were up 5.8%. Total comp sales were up 8.9%. That's a good comp, man. September. That's a really good comp. We're at 167. It closed at. It's trading 164.55. And I see. This is interesting. So this equity here is down from 182. Last time it came out with numbers, it gapped down. It actually had closed at 181, opened the next day at 170. And this is a classic coming right up to ice. Yeah, this is going to be a little problem here. So evidently, I'm not sure whether Amazon's hitting them too, but Amazon's hitting everyone. Yeah, so this came off the highs with volume. This is going to be a problem. This came off the highs with volume. You probably get a large ABC down. 182 is your A. 150 is your B. So you got $32. You see what like was established today at the high. So now you're talking about 135. We'll see how it approaches this B point. The B point on this is 150. But the way this is trading, after the close, it looks like that's what you might get. Let's see, the September sales set to rise. Costco reported earnings that beat analysts' estimates. The earnings did, but the revenue is a big deal, folks. That's the bottom line, because in this era, let me go to Walmart just for a second. I'm just curious whether that is hitting Walmart right now. No, it's not hitting Walmart. Walmart was up 32 cents. The fight here is going to be between Walmart and Amazon. That's how it's shaken out. What Amazon did come out with today is that they come out with the aspect that they are going to basically start competing with FedEx and with UPS, and I believe that that's some of their largest customers. FedEx shook it right off. FedEx opened at a low of 217, ended up closing at 221. What you have here, however, is that you have a low established now with volume, so that'll get tested once again. UPS, we take a look at UPS. What UPS has done, UPS closed at down 80 cents. UPS didn't make it back as much as FedEx did. UPS got to a low of 116.52, closed at 118.20, also has high volume on the way down. So what Amazon is trying to accomplish, folks, is that they want to control more of the last mile as they deliver to our either houses or businesses. And you keep in mind, Amazon is still in a confirmed ABC structure in the way down. And today's expansion upside didn't change it. We did 3.2 million shares. They would have to do over 3.4 to negate that complex ABC structure on the way down. What Amazon had done, it broke a B point on September 25th, that is. It went from 349 to 3. It went from 949 to 932. Broke the B point, which was established out there on the 29th of August. Going topside again, we very well could see this try to hit the $1,000 again, which is going to be pretty wild. Amazon is going to be coming out with their numbers on the 26th of October. And of course, what we have in all this retail area is that you're coming up to Christmas, you're coming up to the holidays. This is when all the shopping gets done. This is when the delivery gets done. Bottom line, each and every year, the expansion of all of us going online has been huge, folks, absolutely huge. If you do want to look at the growth aspects of Amazon, this is pretty dramatic. When you actually look at their number, their 3-year number of how they're growing. They are growing their North American sales by 24% over a 3-year basis. They're growing the international sales by 13%. They're growing their Amazon Web Services, folks, by 57%. So that is one big number. When you look at the gross figures on it, also just monster numbers. There's an article in the journal out here this morning. I can't even comprehend how you can hire as many people simultaneously as Amazon is hiring. It had in the journal this morning that they are hiring something like 100,000 MBAs, and they haven't hired. And some of these MBAs, folks, they haven't even started school yet. So they're in for an MBA. I believe an MBA is only 1 year, I think, after you get your college degree. Maybe it's 2 at the most. And the bottom line is that they're hiring them as they're going into the programs. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. We had the Dow Industrials finish up 113. NASDAQ up 50. S&P's up 13.5.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how EverBank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? EverBank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? EverBank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. EverBank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. EverBank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
TFNN has put together the finest programming lineup each trading day, featuring some of the most knowledgeable and respected financial minds in the nation to educate traders and investors. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we broadcast 8 hours a day, starting at 9 a.m. as Larry Pesavento kicks us off with Trade What You See. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we broadcast 11 hours. Get an early and healthy start to your day as Nico and Paige bring you Living a Primal Lifestyle. Then catch Andy Hecht at 5 p.m. with the Commodities Hour, following the Tom O'Brien Show. Swim lessons from TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim is now at 11 a.m., followed by Basil Chapman at 12 noon. See the TFNN program lineup via the link on the front page of TFNN.com to get a complete overview of our TFNN shows and hosts. And keep TFNN's Tiger TV tuned in on your mobile device, PC, or Mac for the latest financial news and information throughout the broadcasting day. TFNN.com. Educating investors. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Let's go over to the XLF, because no doubt when we get that jobs number out here tomorrow, it's all going to be about the interest rate structure. So XLF today goes topside, has volume behind the move. We're 26.32. We put this on a weekly, and let's see. Actually, I'm going to put it on a monthly. So on a monthly, I'm going to put it back on the weekly. See if I can get 5-year weekly. So 5-year weekly, get it actually closer. So right now we are at 200 million shares. Yeah, this will be interesting to see if this can do 100 million shares tomorrow. That would have some real juice behind it. And that would indicate 1940, that you could have a structure that gets you into, well, we're almost there. $28 would be the A to B equals C to D. Let's go over and take a look at Goldman Sachs. Goldman Sachs was the mover today inside the Dow Industrials. That was up 575, trading 246. And, you know, Amazon, Goldman Sachs had rung the bell. What I mean by that is that 255, Goldman Sachs, March of 2017, hit 255, backed down. As that backed down, the rest of the banks also backed down when it went from 255 down to 209. Now we're going to challenge that. Right now you're at 246, and 245.61 is the low of that high. It certainly doesn't look like we're going to have the juice on the move. We've done 9.6 million shares thus far. That high, which was a low volume high as it is, had 17 million. Then we came off that high with 25 million on the way down. Let's go to JP Morgan, take a look at JP Morgan. JP Morgan out here traded up $1.29 today, $97.09. That also is breaking highs, and this might be breaking highs with volume. Yeah, this could do it. Okay, so JP Morgan, you get more than 60 million shares, and this is a decisive break topside, and JP Morgan can do it because thus far, we have 49.8 million on the weekly. It did 14 million today. If it does tomorrow what it did today, you're going to break topside. Let me see what this is going into. I think this is all-time highs, period. Yeah, it is. This is all-time highs, period. So there's a well, let's go to Bank of America. Let's go to Berkshire Hathaway. That is the largest weighting structure inside. Whoops. So Berkshire 187. I believe this is an all-time high too. Yeah, it is. Let me go to. I want to look at the actual. The one we were just looking at is 187, BRK. That's the B class. If we look at the A class, which is the full Berkshire, look at that. 28,000. No, $28,000. $280,000 a share. Look at this. This is wild. And guess what, folks? This is traded 306 shares today at $280,000 a share. Let me just, I'm curious as to, yeah. Okay, so most people just buy one share. There's a couple in there with 2 shares, though. Pretty wild. Let's go to Eric in Boston. Hey, Eric, what's going on?
Hey, Tommy. Haven't talked to you in a long time. How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. Yourself?
Real good, real good. Hey,
cool.
Before we jump into my stock, it totally feels like 2000 with the market just going up and going up. I remember listening to your radio show in 2000, and it was just like, how much longer can this go, you know?
Well, this is the biggest streak in 4 years today. So, listen, right? We can go until we don't go, right? I know, believe me. But so the streak I'm talking about, folks, is the S&P. This is the longest streak, that just a one-way streak, and I'm not sure whether Bloomberg's taking that from the 2417 on the S&P. That's where they must be taking it from. We're 2550. Yeah, it makes sense. You're up 100 and almost 40 points, right? So it's wild. Hey, we'll find out. It's crazy. I appreciate you listening all that time. Isn't it amazing just how fast time goes, though? Isn't it crazy?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. And,
absolutely.
But
anyway, so let's look at microchip.
Okay, so you got MCHP. This is microchip technology. They design, manufacture, market microcontrollers. The low for the year is 57. The high is 91. That was established September 19th. Okay, so do you own this? Are you looking to buy it, sell it? What are we doing here?
No, I own it. I've owned it for a while. And again, another thing, it just keeps going up and up and up. Looks like it's going up on no volume. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do with it. I've held it for a long time and wasn't sure if I want to maybe finally dump it or sell some options on it. Or
So 2016 February to $39. So you're up 200 or 300%. Yeah, this is the way that I look at when you get a big score like this is look at the aspect. If you sell it, what can you do with the money? And is that going to make a difference in your life? Versus you don't sell it, and then you just get a normal retracement. And a normal retracement in an equity like this, because you've had a one-way move, can be $76 to $68.
I mean, so I don't want to pay the taxes on it, but I was thinking, maybe maybe I could do some leaps on it or something, and then sell them, make a little bit of money, and buy them back.
Yep, you could do that.
That's what I was.
The danger part, what you just said about not paying the taxes on it, I've seen that happen too many times, that people don't want to pay the taxes on it, then all of a sudden there's no taxes because the thing comes back.
There's no profit.
Yeah. I'm serious, man. I wouldn't worry about paying the taxes. I mean, if I've learned anything, no one likes to pay taxes, but the reality is if you get a good score, it's not the end of the world. And the way that I would do it, if you sell it, just get rid of the taxes right away. Just send them a check, and then have your accountant figure out the rest. Because if you do that, It's just you get the gist. I mean, it's
I do.
Paying taxes is not going to go away. There's no doubt.
Nope.
And you get yourself a nice score. The other side of that, though, is that you can get some pretty good premium if you just start rolling that every month. I'd roll it almost every month because that's where you're going to get some action, man. You're going to get higher premiums.
Right. Great to talk to you, Tommy.
Great talking to you, Eric. Have a great one, man. Have a safe one. Stay right there, folks. We'll come right back.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. Okay, now here's a curveball that's coming at everyone that is basically that needs flood insurance. And this has been out here for a long period of time. But President Trump proposed ending federal flood insurance for new homes in most areas at risk of flooding, a change that could curtail new construction in vast parts of Florida, Louisiana, and along the whole eastern seaboard. This just came out, folks, 20 minutes ago. Trump's plan would radically overhaul the program created in 1968 to help protect homeowners who live along coast or near rivers. The idea sent to the White House, sent by the White House to Congress today, created an unlikely set of responses. Home builders warned it could stifle the economy, while climate activists who have battled Trump called the idea smart. There's no doubt. As this comes across, let me tell you, folks, we build a lot of houses. Immediately, two different things end up happening in Florida. There's no doubt that the rest of the country is paying for our flood insurance. So there's a beef to be had there in a big way, because what does happen is that the houses that are even on the plain next to all the canals, I've seen water come up to the grass when you just have a tropical storm, never mind a hurricane. This time here, we missed the bullet where we were, but the bottom line, they have a point. What's intriguing about this one here, this is on all new housing also. So what ends up happening on new housing, the new housing that is done along the coast, or at least in Florida that we see here, they're really hurricane-proof house. That being said, it's only the first floor that you have up, and of course that's up on a foundation, and the water's supposed to go all the way through it. But let's move on, and we'll talk about the rest of it. On Wednesday, Mike Mulvaney, the director of White House Office of Management, sent a letter to Congress calling for changes to the taxpayer-subsidized National Flood Insurance Program, which is $25 billion in debt thanks to ever-worsening storms. Mulvaney's proposals include preventing homes built in floodplains after 2020 from obtaining insurance under the program. So what this does immediately is that I think it's going to do two different things. Well, we'll find out. I want to find out as soon as I get off the air right now, too, to see. I suspect it's going to take 2 or 3, 4 weeks for this to shake out. But what you would have is this, is that if you have a lot on the water, I would say that that lot's worth less money immediately. If you have a house on the water, however, the house may be worth more money. The reason being is that this is going to be only associated with new building after 2020. So if you do have that house on the water, they're not going after that at this particular point. Let's see what they said. The National Association of Home Builders says strongly opposed the idea, arguing it would harm local communities and impair economic growth. There's no doubt you wouldn't be building on the water anymore. The federal government provides flood insurance for those at risk through a program that's drawn criticism for subsidizing construction of homes vulnerable to damage or destruction. The White House plan would continue the insurance for existing homes within the 100-year flood plan, but discontinue it for any new homes in those areas. The proposal requires action by Congress, which has struggled to make radical changes in the past to this program. In addition to curtailing the coverage, the plan would give authority to the Federal Emergency Management Association, FEMA, to cut off coverage for properties that flood repeatedly. And, of course, there was a story about one house, I believe they said he collected the flood insurance 5, 6, 7 times in the last 3 or 4 years. Congress has considered a similar proposal earlier this year, but the decision never made it to legislation. According to Rob Moore, policy analyst at National Resources Defense Council, it's really hard to read the tea leaves on this. Still, environmental groups say this is a rare policy idea in which they agree with Trump. This sends a signal to developers and builders and people living in flood risk areas. Director of Flood Prepared Communities Project at Pew Charitable Trust in Washington, D.C. We want less people in harm's way and less development in these coastal areas in river areas. Lightbody said the change could have another benefit, making it easier for local officials to restrict development along the coast. Tighter rules on flood insurance gives them political cover to make those decisions. A spokesman for the national, what they do plan is this. What happens is if you don't get the flood insurance, they would say that the private market would step in. Well, the private market is in there now, folks, but it's a fortune, and most people can't afford it. Many lenders do not consider private insurance as equivalent or better than the national coverage, and therefore they do not accept it. Oh, that's interesting. That's from a banker. There are bills in the House and Senate to ease those requirements. However, it may take years for a private market to develop. In Florida, change would absolutely reduce the number of houses built along the state's coast and rivers, said Rusty Payton, the chief executive officer of the Florida Home Builders Association. It would be a huge deal in Florida. Right now, there is no viable private market for flood insurance. And we are just so I know you. We are in Pinellas County, folks. So Pinellas County is Tampa, St. Pete. Well, actually, the Pinellas County is not in Tampa. Pinellas County is Clearwater, Bel Air, St. Petersburg. It's all water. So this would affect this area in a huge way. And what does happen. Bottom line, there's a lot of water lots, and people, you buy the house, you take the house down, you put a bigger house up. In that aspect, most times, you're building these houses, you need a bank loan. Bottom line, you need a bank loan, you need flood insurance, and it's not going to be there. So that is going to throw a wrench into this high-end market. It will throw it in very quickly. The intriguing part, of course, is going to be if the house is already there. At this point, they're saying that the insurance is there. So realistically, it makes a lot of sense that those houses could be worth a little bit more money. The folks that are selling old houses on the water, and there's plenty of those, for tear downs, they're in trouble, because this says 2020 is the time frame on it. We're in 2017 right now, and we'll get more on it. This just came out between yesterday and today. Is that, does the house have to be built by then, or do you just need the permit by then? And that's going to make a huge difference, because those big houses, they take a good 14, 16 months to build in general. Permit situation down here is going to take you another 3 months, 3.5 months to get a permit. So it'll be a big deal. And particularly, this coast is one thing. The other coast, meaning the Miami, the Delray Beach, that's going to be a monster over there, because those houses over there do go for big, big dollars, meaning $7, $8, $10, $20 million at a pop. And guess what? Just because some of them do have the money, a lot of them don't have the cash that's up there, they do have flood insurance. And I don't think anyone, no matter how much money they actually have, wants to put up a $20 million house without flood insurance, because the reality is that you get a storm surge, guess what? In this particular storm right now, if that storm did not change in the context of that 2 or 3 hour time frame, all the water went out, and guess what? It was slow coming back in. If that water came back in, see ya. Don't want to be ya. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. Dow finished up 113, NASDAQ up 50, S&P's up 12.5. We'll be right back, folks.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters. David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today. With over $56 million in cash and over $66 million in working capital, Great Panther Silver is positioned as a company with a solid foundation and poised for growth. While completely unhedged to the price of silver, Great Panther retains 100% ownership in 2 producing mines in Mexico, which is the top silver producing country in the world, along with future potential production in Peru. Great Panther is highly leveraged to the price of silver, and after a great year of performance in 2016, Great Panther Silver has a strong outlook for 2017 as well. With good liquidity in trading and strong fundamentals on the balance sheet, while remaining completely unhedged to the price of gold and silver, now is a perfect time to take a closer look at this equity. If you'd like to find out more about Great Panther Silver, then go to greatpanther.com or check them out on the NYSE market, symbol GPL, or the TSX, symbol GPR.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. We go over to the energy sector. We take a look at the XLE. XLE out here today was up 31 cents, trading at $68. Inside the XLE, your 2 largest weighting structure, Exxon and Chevron. Exxon was up 23 cents, trading $82.02. Now, Exxon's down substantially from the high of 2016, which is 95. You're at 82. You're coming into ICE. We'll see whether it can basically get any more juice going to the top side. It doesn't look strong. Chevron, different ball game. Chevron has gone topside, took over from ExxonMobil and took over pretty swiftly. Today broke to another high. We went up a buck, 118. And when we do bring Chevron back, this little baby looks like, number one, it's going to go after the 119, which was its swing high in December of 2016. We'll see whether they get enough juice to basically take it out and get up to its high of 135. It's kind of intriguing, though, that Exxon is lagging so much compared to how Chevron is. Tomorrow morning, folks, it's going to be all about the jobs number, and it's going to be about bonds and interest rates. The way that the 10-year did trade out here today, it looks like it wants higher. And if the 10-year wants higher price, lower yield once again, bottom line, that's saying that that jobs number is not going to be as good as the market is looking for it to be. And that being said, of course, is that it's going to be hard to comprehend what the good number would be tomorrow or the bad number because of the fact that is it a jobs report tomorrow or is it a weather report tomorrow? Because what we do have here is that you have the big hurricane that hit Florida, the big hurricane that hit Texas. That's 2 of your largest states. Bottom line is that you did have a lot of people that were out of work and out of work for a good week. And that's going to be some good numbers. So that's going to be 8:30 tomorrow morning. That's going to move markets. You stay right there, folks. Our man, Mr. Andy Heck, is coming up next to Growl and Prowl with you. Remember, you can go right to your cell phone, TFNN.com, get Tiger TV. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Have a great one. Have a safe one. Look forward to speaking right back here at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. Wow! Go get them, folks.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.